All right, and we are back for part 4 of episode 2 of Tell Me Why. I swear to God, every single time I come up in my head with the wrong name of the wrong game. This is Tell Me Why, episode 2, part 4, and we are resuming right now. So, at the end of the previous episode, we did read a story, but I wanted to read one more. So, Old Beaver, Ice King, Pelican forgives the goblins, Ice Troll, Muskrat. Oh, the Mad Hunter gets his hand back. Hold on, that'll be 79. I wonder what's the Moon Hag loses her name. So I'm going to call an audible on this. I want to read about the Moon Hag, because the Moon Hag also seems to be related to the Mad Hunter, and I want to know more about this. Once upon a time, in a deep and cold lake, in an ancient forest, there lived an old seal who was a powerful witch in disguise. She was mean and cruel. She liked nothing more than to swim in the deepest part of the lake where the light was dim under the ice, admiring the corpses of the many victims she'd tricked into the water over the years. She was so hateful that only the cold water of the lake could keep her cool. Her most prized possession was a tin mirror sold to her by the secret keeper, and she kept it in a chest at the bottom of the lake. It was no ordinary mirror. If you looked in it, you would see a reflection of who you truly desired to be, and for 1 hour, the mirror granted you the power to appear as that person. Whenever a boat or an unwise traveler approached the edge of the lake, the old witch used the mirror to appear as the beautiful woman she always wished to be, and with this disguise, she lured the unfortunate sailor or wanderer into the deep and cold water. There, the old seal forced the victim to become her servant, and when she was done with them, they joined her collection of corpses in the deepest part of the lake. One day, when the old seal swam down to her den under the lake, she discovered that someone had stolen her mirror. The chest where she kept her most prized possession had been forced open, and now it was empty. Who would have committed such a crime? Who had dared to deprive her of her only treasure? The old seal went mad, and her anger heated the water of the lake around her. For a time, everyone was happy with the temperature change, but the weather suddenly became sweeter. For the air suddenly became sweeter and the air warmer. But after a few weeks, things started to get ugly. First, the fish began to die off, for they could not live in the hot water. Then the glaciers began to melt, and the water of the lake rose and spilled out, flooding the forests and the meadows. And finally, the weather grew so hot that even the Ice King himself was awakened from his long slumber and decided to see what was going on. In the deepest part of the lake, he found the mad witch steaming among the corpses of her victims, so angry that the lake was about to boil. It took only a few minutes for the Ice King to understand what had happened and demand that the thieves present themselves before him. The thieves had no choice but to appear, for no one dared disobey the Ice King. The crafty goblins presented themselves, mirror in hand. "Why did you seal the mirror?" asked the king. "We were curious. We just wanted to see what we really wanted to be," apologized the goblins. "But the stupid thing is broken. We look the same." "That does not mean it did not work," smiled the Ice King. "Now apologize and give the mirror to me, for it is too powerful to be used by thieves or a mean old hag." The goblins apologized and gave the mirror to the Ice King, but the old seal was still angry. "And what about me?" she asked. "I've been deprived of my treasure, and I demand compensation." The Ice King frowned as he spoke again. "Old hag, you are mean and cruel, but I concede you have been wronged. For now, you will be allowed to leave the lake and walk the earth as the hag you really are, but only when the moon is full. And you, goblins, had better stay away from the lake, for I won't protect you from the moon hag's wrath." And that is how the two goblins forced the moon hag to change her name. So, unfortunately, it feels like the moral of the story, or at least inserted into that story, is you should be happy with who you are and the way you look, and if you look deep down inside, you'll realize that you are exactly who you are meant to be and shouldn't be looking to make any changes. We don't know at what point in... we don't know... we don't have a date onto when this was written, but it seems like a very misguided message from Marianne, possibly from well before she, picked up that book on how to raise your transgender child. Maybe Marianne herself was still in denial. Maybe she believed that Tyler was in denial. it's not a good message. It's not a good message to say, to somebody who... Tyler strikes me, and we haven't, I don't believe, heard this sentiment exactly, but we've seen it from a very young age. A lot of people who are trans know from a very early age that they are not as they should be. And know from a very early age they have that desire to transition. We have every reason to believe that that's where Tyler came from, and that this is maybe an early attempt by Marianne to squash some of those desires, and it's not cool. So that's sort of what I'm thinking as I go through here. What I don't feel like we learned anything about was, like, what's the identity of the Moon Hag? Because the Moon Hag seemed related to the Mad Hunter, and that's why I wanted to read it. I don't think that we got that. I do think that we've encountered one of Marianne's not especially subtle attempts to say to communicate to one of her children, hey, don't be deceitful and dishonest with people about who you are by presenting yourself as something else, even though Tyler is presenting himself to the world exactly as he should be and knows deep to his core, this is who I am. So that's my thoughts on that story. I do want to read another one about the Mad King, but I also don't want to spend the entire episode reading journal entries. So we will continue to work through that, and I appreciate the amount of time and effort that went into...
All right. I already counted there, but I just need you to double check a few things. It's not complicated.
I've got this in the bag.
Oh yeah? Because you're just that good, huh?
I'm clowning. I don't even know where to begin. What do I do?
Yeah, let's start with an easy one, alright? Go to the back of the room and tell me how many cans of Molto Bene brand tomato sauce we have left.
Aye, aye. Hey, you remember the ad for this? What was their slogan again?
Huh. Something poetic about time travel and life being weird, I think.
Sorry, just... It's no secret that I love Life is Strange. An instant camera with a blue butterfly. I knew what the reference was before we asked. I do feel like their slogan being something about time travel is a little bit too on the nose, but life being weird or something, yeah, I'm with you.
No, that's not what Michael wanted. The only processed food Marianne ever let us eat. She said they were her guilty pleasure. No, that's not it.
I became very distracted by that advertisement. I don't want to sit down. I mean, I want to sit down because I want to see what happens, but I feel like Michael's going to be like, hey.
Is that the mangy muskrat? Is that a picture of a priest with little hearts?
Yeah, that's the hot priest who hosts Bible study with Tessa. For the record, that was Allison's doing. She had a crush on him for ages, but he is very, very hot.
Shit, yeah. I remember him from when we were kids. That's Father Batista.
Yeah, he's got that silver fox thing going on now, see?
Yeah, yep, I see it.
A plus B is probably Allison plus Bautista, I would think.
Yikes, that's unsettling.
Yeah, I don't think little plush dolls are going to get you the mayorship.
Oh, I drank this at a party once. It did not end well.
Oh, any good stories?
I mean, probably, but nothing I remember really makes sense, so...
Yeah, I don't think that I want to sit down. We're here to help.
Cheddar dip? Ugh, yuck.
Your sister loves that shit. She eats it straight out of the jar.
Oh, God. I wonder what's in that box.
Well, you could look.
No, that's not what Michael wanted.
I hesitate to admit I don't remember what Michael wanted.
I wonder what's in that box. No, that's not it. No, that's not what Michael wanted.
Oh, wasn't it like detergent or something?
Why are you laughing?
I was just remembering the time Allison and I opened up a bag of flour and threw it at each other's faces. We called it a summer snow fight. We made a gigantic mess. Marianne was pissed. I wonder what's in that box. You know, when you think about it, glass is really just tortured sand.
Huh. Have you been sniffing the spray paint, Tyler?
Maybe I should pick up some for Allison? We could use some of that at the house.
To rework some of the furniture that we were looking at.
Why am I standing here looking at this?
Look, Tyler, you're the one who put a dot on it as though it was something you'd comment on.
Why am I standing here looking at this?
I wonder what's in that box. I wonder what's in that box.
I wonder what's in that box. No, that's not it.
Okay, so I might need to stop and go talk to pardon me, go talk to Michael again about what it is that he's asked for. Yeah, that's wood varnish.
Why am I standing here looking at this?
Hold on, let me just in case it was a thing, because he did say it was in the back of the room, right?
We could use some of that at the house.
Oh, maybe it's just paint. Oh, that's what it was. The Molto Bene, right? Because I was thinking about it's extremely good.
Hold on. Let me count this.
Hold on. There's 6 on top, then 6 on the bottom was 12, plus 2 is 14.
There's 14 cans of Malta Bene tomato sauce.
Okay. Sounds about right.
Man, I'm so good at this.
That was easy. I need you to count the bottles of bleach for me.
On it.
Okay, bottles of bleach. This time I'm going to count them before I start it so I don't have to rush. So it's bleach is not wood varnish and it's not a box. That's flour. These look like bottles of bleach, don't they? Six.
6?
All right. Not bad, Tyler. Not bad.
Careful. They might give me your job.
Oh, you can have it.
What's next?
Come here and help me with this.
We're not really being congratulated on being able to count up to 15, right? Like, that seems super patronizing, Michael. I do have a high school diploma.
What's up?
I need your opinion on this masterpiece.
Is that supposed to be me?
Yeah, come on. Look at the hair. Nailed it, right?
Honestly, it's beautiful.
Hey, don't make fun of me.
I'm not. Oh, maybe a little bit, but I like it. For real.
Well, it helps to have a good model.
So, this is what you're up to while I was out there doing your work?
What can I say? I'm a multitasker.
Hey, multitasker? I think you made a mistake here. Total amount should be 36.
Oh, how dare you, sir?
What? I just don't want you to get in trouble.
Yeah, you're right. You know, I'm off my game today.
Alright, anything else you wanted me to check?
Yep, one last thing, and then we should be free from this purgatory.
Hit me.
Can you count how many plushies we have in that box over there?
Okay.
I mean, can I chat with him at all?
You found the box of plushies?
This entire room is full of boxes. It's gonna take me a while.
It's way in the back, not too far from the restaurant door.
Okay, I am gonna sit down because I want to see what happens.
Tired already? Tired already?
Okay, we just get shootout. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at least. Yeah, there's another layer underneath them. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's my best guess.
So,
It's at least 10, so I'm going to go with 11.
you've got about 11 left in that box. Did I get it wrong? Michael? Ouch, what the fuck?
Hey, sorry. It was just too tempting. Lesson number 1 in the ancient art of inventory. Never let your guard down.
You have no idea what you just started. First one with 3 confirmed hits wins. Cool?
Shoot the thing! How do you shoot? I thought it was going to be right trigger. A.
Gotcha.
Oh, come on. Is that all you got, Ronan?
Just you wait. I've got a strategy.
Oh, yeah? We'll see.
So I pressed so much A. Am I not allowed to move, by the way?
Damn, overshot it. So, is this a typical workday for you?
Nah, I usually don't have such good-looking company back here.
I'm gonna tell Allison you said that.
Ugh, she's usually stuck in the office. Besides, your sister, while a hottie, isn't my type.
Boom. One more hit and you're out. Prepare to feel my wrath.
God, you're corny.
I am super exposed here. This is bad cover. Okay, that's better cover.
Hey, is it cool that we're throwing these toys around? Aren't you guys gonna, like, sell them?
Nah, supplier made a typo on Becky. Can't sell any of them.
Cool. No harm, no foul then.
That makes them collectibles, though.
Gotcha.
Oh, man, you're good.
I told you not to doubt the golden arm.
Well, we'll never make that mistake again. Okay, I'll need to finish this inventory thing real quick. Your sister's probably done already. Here, let's hit the bitch's grotto.
The what?
Fancy name for the couch where Allison and I sit during breaks.
Ah, alright, cool. Let me see what you've done with the place.
Okay, we've already looked at the photograph in that. I don't know that we've rooted around in the fridge.
Oh, hey, see that container? That's for you.
Huh?
It's the trout I caught yesterday at the buzzard hole. Grilled it up with my world-renowned marinade.
That's actually super thoughtful. Thank you.
You sound surprised.
No, sorry. I'm just not used to people randomly doing nice things for me.
Oh, we'll have to fix that.
Okay, I'm definitely picking up on some chemistry between Tyler and Michael.
I'm surprised Tessa let you hang this up.
Yeah, she hates it. But as long as I don't promote my lifestyle in front of the customers, she doesn't say anything.
Man, must be exhausting to spend your days educating these people.
Here's the thing, I don't. Opening the mines of this town will be a full-time fucking job. And emotional labor pays shit.
Hey, I hope this isn't too personal, but you ever been with anyone in Delos Crossing?
I dated a guy in high school for a minute, but we had to keep it quiet. I've been with a few other people, but that shit's tricky out here. And what about you? You ever been with a guy? I mean, assuming you're into guys, which I guess I kind of did.
I feel like coming out of the juvenile system as a mentor, like Tyler might be very comfortable saying that he's still figuring his
Hey,
shit.
if you're not comfortable talking about this, it's totally cool. And I'm done.
Okay. I keep forgetting there's a timer. I hadn't worked out which one that I wanted to say, and if this costs us the opportunity to pursue a relationship with Michael, I'm gonna be upset.
No way. You like Duplex Duo too?
Yeah, Allison got me into him. We were supposed to go to his show in Juneau a few months ago.
And what happened?
You ever heard of moon rocks? We took 2 hits before going to the show and that was it. Our feet couldn't find the floor. Not our finest hour.
Wow, he puts them in the break room.
So, you think Tom's got the chops to be the mayor of Delos Crossing?
I don't know. The guy's sweet and not entirely incompetent, but it doesn't really matter. Vote for him's a vote for Tessa. She'd be the one running the show.
Well, I'm not a big fan of Tessa.
What do you think about Tom's policy ideas?
He's got a few surprisingly bold stances.
Yeah, like his gun regulations. I gotta admit, I'm pretty impressed he's pushing for that out here.
Exactly, but I'm not totally sure how I feel about that though, to be honest.
Really?
Really. Historically speaking, the government taking weapons away from my people has not gone well for us.
Oh, yeah. I never thought about it that way. So is he a cool boss?
Cool? I'm pretty sure that's not a word anyone has ever used to describe Milquetoast Tom. But he's alright. I mean, not the worst boss I've ever had.
So I take it you're not Tessa's biggest fan?
Yeah, you know, every time I put up flyers for queer events, she accidentally covers them.
That is fucked.
Jesus, that's fucked.
Oh, Jesus has nothing to do with that, trust me. Being religious doesn't mean you gotta weaponize your religion against other people. That's a choice.
Yeah, I hear you.
Where's the high five button? Oh, press Y to high five, Michael. Oh, whoops,
So
sorry.
is he a cool boss?
Cool? I'm pretty sure that's not a word
I pressed the
anyone
wrong
has
button I
ever
wanted
used
to
describe
say anyway.
Milquetoast Tom. But he's alright. I mean, not the worst boss I've ever had.
Alright. So,
No.
you think Tom's got the chops
God
to be the mayor
damn
of
it.
Delos Crossing? Alright.
Okay, so we now leave, right? Yes. Okay, is there anything else that we wanted to talk about before we talk to Michael? No. Okay.
I gotta tell you, it's so weird to finally meet the other Ronin.
You mean the OG Ronin? I was born first, you know?
Is that so? Thought Allison said she was.
Well, our mother never actually told us, but it was me. So, why is it so weird to meet me?
Because I just heard Allison tell your story so many times. She told me everything about you. The fireweed, your transition. I hope that's okay, by the way.
Yeah, it's fine. She asked me first.
Yeah, figures. That lady is thorough and she loves you like crazy.
I know. So, yeah, you were probably the first person to know about it other than Allison.
I'm glad he trusted me. And it's great to finally get to know you in the flesh. You're pretty alright.
But you're not too bad yourself.
I try not to be. Especially around guys I'm trying to impress. So I wasn't blowing smoke when I said you should move to Juneau with us.
I know.
I've got a community there. Could be yours too.
Fitting in. There's a concept.
You have no idea how life-saving a chosen family can be. They pulled me out of a dark, more times than I can count.
I hear you. Hey, can I ask you a question?
Of course. Shoot.
Why do you care so much if I move to Juneau?
Look, like I said, I want to get to know you.
Because I'm just that fascinating, huh?
Honestly, yeah. You might be one of a kind, Tyler Ronan.
Well, golly gee, Michael. I think you're swell too. You're the cat's pajamas.
Shut up. I've got way better compliments than that. But I can't open with my best, right?
It's cool. So, I'll get more of those if I get to know you better.
For sure. If that's something you'd be interested in.
I might be. Yeah.
Oh, hey.
I've been standing at that counter for an hour waiting for you two dum-dums to come back. Are you guys ready to go?
Mm-hmm. I think we've done about as much damage as we can back here.
Yeah. Let's go.
So I have a question about the symbol there that looked like Tyler and Allison are moving apart. I don't know exactly the iconography there, but if Allison has a problem with Tyler dating Michael, I feel like Allison should get over it. I don't remember any previous conversation where she said, look, Michael's getting out of some complicated relationship and he needs space and he doesn't realize it. Like it's not up to Allison is what I'm saying. Like if there was a reason that Allison would be concerned about Tyler getting into a relationship with Michael, then she's free to say it. But I just when I saw that star move apart, my first thought was, wait a second, did I just do something to disappoint Allison? Did Tyler just do something to disappoint Allison? And at least at the moment, I can't think of any reason for this to even be Allison's business. I know that she's friends with Michael. Why can't Tyler be more than friends with Michael? We'll see how that whole thing plays out. I just if Allison's going to have a problem with this, she's going to have a damn good explanation for it.
Here we are.
Also, they're like barely starting to flirt with each other.
Thanks for letting me hitch a ride over.
No problem. You sure we can't drive you back?
Nah, you're like stretching my legs. It isn't far. And anyway, can't put the wind in a bottle.
All right.
Tessa should be at her parents' grave, not far from the entrance. Look for a big crooked tree. You can't miss it. I'm gonna go check in with my uncle. Good luck. For real.
You look pretty spooked.
I've never been a big fan of cemeteries, especially after, you know.
I promise after this we can chill at the house. Cool?
Oh, she doesn't... I was about to say, she doesn't want to walk the rest of the way across the bridge. So, you can just tell by the trail, like by the footprints, that Tessa didn't go this way. So, that makes me want to go this way, because obviously I want to look around at everything.
Hey, graves are back that way.
Okay, I guess we're not going to explore.
So, did you ever come back?
Shh, keep it down.
Better?
Much.
Why do people always feel like they have to whisper in cemeteries?
I don't know. Probably just a mirror neuron thing.
A what?
Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah. Anyway, have you been back here at all? Since the funeral?
No. I've never had a reason to. Thankfully.
Their telepathy is so quiet relative to the rest of the dialogue. I'm trying to be mindful of the idea that people might turn up their speakers a little bit, and then I don't want to come in and be, like, super loud.
It was so weird.
Mom, why do we always come here?
Does it bother you?
No, it's just weird because we don't know any of these people. I mean, except Eddie's mom.
It never hurts to say hello.
Because they're very lonely.
That's right, sweetie. And sometimes, even if you can't see them, they stay with you. In here. Always here.
Mom?
Always.
She loved us. A lot, but sometimes it was like loving us hurt her.
Do you think she was just really scared of losing us?
Maybe. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, most parents are scared of losing their kids.
Marianne's fear was much more immediate than most parents, though. Like there's a jealous father out there who might be coming to take my kids away from me type fear. I don't know that that's what's happening. I'm just like, it seems to fit with the theory. Due to the national outlawing of native religions and way of life, much of our knowledge of the old ways of the, as always, please forgive a mispronunciation here, Tlingit spiritual practice has been lost. Below are two everlasting examples of the love and reverence we continue to show our departed in the tradition of our ancestors. Mourning those who have journeyed to the other side. As love transcends all boundaries, the passing of a clan member is an event felt throughout the community. The people come together to mourn a loved one and lift their opposite clan members' spirits. When an eagle is being mourned, the ravens shower love and strength upon the mourning eagle clans. Likewise, when a raven is being mourned, the eagles are there for their ravens. After the service, it is customary for members of the opposite moiety to comfort the grieving family by bringing out their... there's that dot in the middle of the word. That could be a click. That could be a pause. I'm not going to say it correctly. But it's clan-owned regalia to symbolically catch tears before they hit the ground and comfort grieving clan members with support. The 40-day party is observed 40 days after the passing to pay respects to the departed. Some believe this is a more recent tradition. Family members organize a shared meal where a fire dish, one plate of food, is burned to nourish and comfort the spirit of the departed. 1 year or more from the passing, I will not pronounce this correctly, potluck is held to first mourn, then celebrate the life of the departed. It is hosted by the clan of the deceased. This is to honor the departed clan member through a traditional ceremony, show appreciation, and pay debts to the opposite moiety who support the clan during time of mourning. This tends to come up during certain playthroughs, but I hope that my lack of knowledge is not mistaken for a lack of interest. I just... These ideas may be much more prevalent and understood by people who live in and around Alaska. To me, these are completely new concepts, so I am paying attention and trying to learn.
Well, here's the crooked tree, but no Tessa.
Let's check around for her parents' grave, just to make sure this is the right spot.
You think it's possible Michael remembered it wrong?
Well, I've done inventory with him before, so yes.
Also, I wouldn't have thought of this as being like a super crooked tree.
Wait, is this the one we called Big Crookedy?
The exact one.
Why didn't we call it Gnarls Branching? Total missed opportunity.
Because we weren't hip to basketball back then? Or CeeLo Green?
Damn. I remember it going all the way up to the clouds.
Everything does when you're 4 feet tall.
No dice.
This is somebody Phillips. Do we even know Tessa's last name? Or like maiden name, like the last name of her mother?
Not this one.
Oh, also, wait, who is Tessa here? I was gonna say the old beaver, the very old beaver. Remember that? So that is Eddie's mother, I feel like we've learned.
De Leon.
That's the one.
Don't tell me we missed her.
Hello, Mr. Eagle.
Kids. It's time.
I feel like we're going to get a remember point here very soon. Adriel Yassi died in 2007. Wait, do we have to remember from over there?
Damn. I remember it going all the way up to the clouds.
Everything does when you're 4 feet tall.
Sorry, there's so clearly a remember point here, but it's not, like, showing up. Okay, there we go.
Do you really have to go, Eddie?
You can hold my hand if you want.
I can walk fine on my own.
It'll be quick, okay? Then we'll get something to eat.
The day of the funeral. I barely remember it.
That's probably for the best. I don't think either of us are exactly eager to relive what went on behind that gate.
So... I know I said we didn't have to visit her grave.
But it feels like the right thing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a dot over there, but I want to look at some of these others. There's another 2004 death. Was the last one also 2004? Dustin Lewis, 2002. I feel like Allison's coming down with a cold. She's been sneezing a lot in this episode. Hazel Salazar. So, I mean, I probably don't need to check every single one of these, but it's just what if one of them says something.
Lost in the chaos of history. What's that mean?
Not sure. But Michael should know.
To honor those no longer with us, the Tlingit Preservation Committee and the community of Delos dedicate this monument as an everlasting connection between past, present, and future generations. May the memory of our dearly departed never be lost in the chaos of history. May this be a resting place for our loved ones who have journeyed to the other shore. May our eternal love soothe the wounds of days past towards a brighter horizon.
When did Michael's uncle die?
Last year. It was really hard on him. He's still feeling it. Long time no see.
Oh.
Do you want some company?
Come on over. Make yourselves comfortable.
So it looks like it has both what...
So, how are you,
Hold on.
holding up?
Everything's such a mess. I thought we'd almost be done packing by now. I'm so ready to put this place behind us. At least Mr. Hollywood Handsome over there is good company.
Funny how you never mentioned what your brother looked like before he got into town.
Oh, I just thought I'd surprise you.
Is this a bad time?
With you? Never.
Don't mind me. I'm not really here.
Hey, I get to see your ugly mug almost every day. You're old news, lady.
You wound me. Deeply.
So, can I help you guys out somehow?
It feels like an awfully forward question to somebody that we met, like, yesterday, but...
So what was your uncle like?
Oh, boy. Where do I start? You know that one grumpy grandpa in all the sitcoms? The one that types like a T-Rex and never leaves his recliner?
Just how does one type like a T-Rex?
You know, almost kissing the keyboard. Like, makes you look like you got tiny baby arms, like a T-Rex.
Never change, Michael.
Anyway, as grumpy as he was, they didn't make him any sweeter than him. He's the kind of guy who accepted you for where you were at, even when he didn't approve.
Not many of those out there. You and your uncle were really close, huh?
Definitely. I could push his buttons without even trying. My family's old school Tlingit. Spent more time with my uncle than my dad. He was the first person to test out all my new recipes. Even before Allison.
Guess I should thank Uncle William for saving me from a muffin top.
Okay, so he just said it there. Tlingit? Is that...
If you need a new taste tester, sign me up.
As if you had a choice. I plan to hit you both up for feedback my whole way through school.
I'm in. As long as there's nothing as adventurous as that Tlingit-style salmon with pepper and saffron.
No way I'm promising that. Fortune favors the bold, goes double for food.
Okay, sorry, it sounds more like Tlingit? Because now she said it as well, and they've probably said it throughout the playthrough, and I'm just like, just now hearing it, like now that I'm looking for the word.
Hey, can I ask you something about this place?
Yeah, shoot.
What's the story behind the Tlingit Memorial?
Yeah.
May the memory of our dearly departed never be lost in the chaos of history.
That was Uncle William.
Lost in the chaos of history?
Well, let's say you wanted room for a school or a road and didn't give a shit about ethics. Easy, you just dug up our ancestors. That shit happened a lot.
God, assholes.
Yeah. And I mean, it still happens, but not as much. We have the elders to thank for that.
I'll stop bugging you now.
Well, I'm here if you're ever curious.
Okay. I guess that's it for now.
Talk to you later.
You bet.
Oh, this is weird.
She's always been jealous because I got the looks.
Yeah, but I got the brains. So,
Oh man, you two are such a pair.
Let's make lots of money.
Anyway, girl, I know you're in it right now, but try not to let it get to you. Juna's gonna seem real boring after all this, huh?
God, boring sounds so good right now. Binging terrible shows while my amazing roommate cooks something delicious. Heaven.
Delicious food for a tax return?
You got yourself.
Do you remember where she is?
No. For what it's worth, I remember staring at the water during the funeral.
Allison, please.
I'm not going.
Well,
Allison, come back!
a few steps in, and I'm already starting to regret this. Yeah. Any hope that this would be easier than last time? Totally gone.
At least this time no one's sending me away.
I'm holding you to that. Afterwards, you and I had a moment over there by the totem, right? I wonder if we could see that.
Doesn't hurt to check.
God, how horrible would it be if Tyler's memory was their moment was really like touching and helpful, and he really like made Allison feel better, and her memory was just of him completely falling short. So that's Tessa right there. So yeah, no, let's go see the totem first. Also, I like the fact that they're using their telepathy to explain why Tessa might not hear them talking and then like leave or come see them herself.
I won't let them take you away. I'm gonna tell them the truth.
You swore, Allison. I'm gonna be okay. Please, don't worry about me.
I know I'm supposed to get over this Brown thing, but I really wish you'd been able to come visit that much.
Yeah, me too, but look, I didn't make any promises that day. You did. Watch.
They all think you killed her. It's not fair.
I'll be okay. You have to take care of yourself now.
See?
It's possible, but I don't think so.
Well, I know so. Thinking about it got me through the rest of the day.
Wait, I'm not even 100% sure that I understand the difference between these two.
I'll be back soon, alright? Promise.
But I'm gonna come see you every week, and we'll talk with our voice every day. But I'm gonna come see you every...
Okay, is it me or were those lines of dialogue not delivered in the original memories? So, at first we went with Allison, then we went with Tyler. Now this time I'm Tyler, so I do feel like Tyler would remember things his way, except the fact that they lost their voice. I'm thinking to myself, what is the best path for reconciliation between the two? To put together their 10 years of being apart behind them so they can build something new together as adults. A brand new brother-sister relationship. Wrong button.
But I'm gonna come see you every week, and we'll talk with our voice every day.
I'll be back soon, alright? Promise. I'll be back soon.
Okay, so the one where Allison promised to return every single day, that puts a huge burden on Eddie for never allowing her to visit, when Eddie, we know, was adhering to what the court had said. We know a couple things about Eddie. Number one is that he is willing to be dishonest if he feels like he is preserving somebody's feelings or sparing them unnecessary pain. Two, he is duty bound. He will do what he is told. That's something that I feel like we can see at every turn. Even if he went to warn Marianne about the report to CPS, he still did what he had to do because he had to do it. So I don't feel comfortable blaming Eddie for the idea that Allison never went to visit. I feel like Eddie was... I think he's dealing with them fairly when he says, I was doing what the court ordered. The other option is Tyler promising to return soon. And the thing is, as a kid, I don't think that he was lying. I don't think that he had any idea the severity of what had been done and the fact that it was going to be 7 years before it was even, he was of age that he could revisit with his sister. So I'm going to go with the memory on the left. And honestly, right now, I don't even remember which one of those that is. I think it's Allison's memory. I feel like this one is more...
Soon, alright? Promise. I'll be back soon, alright? Promise.
Yeah.
I'll be back soon, alright? Promise. Chief Brown's gonna take care of you. We'll be okay. You'll see.
Kids. About to start.
I'm sorry it took me so long to come back. I got so caught up in everything that...
You really don't have to explain. I understand what you were going through now.
Are you ever gonna let me finish my sentences?
Maybe someday, but not today.
Okay, I'll come down and see. I was glad to see that star move back together. I still don't understand why it moved apart when Tyler started to express an interest in Michael.
This spot's familiar.
Whoops.
Man, I forgot how hard Marianne took it when Eddie's mom died.
Well, we were only 4, but yeah. She lost one of her only friends. She was always saying how she never would have found a place in Delos Crossing without Carol.
You think her death kicked off Marianne's,
It definitely didn't help, but no. It was years later. You think Snowball still lives in there?
Snowy owls only tend to live about 10 years.
Oh, rest in peace, Snowball.
The idea that Eddie's mother, all known in the storybooks as very old...
This I'm gonna have a look around, okay? I'll be right back.
Yeah, all good.
Known as the storybooks as Very Old Beaver, was somebody who was personally extremely important to Marianne.
No dice. Not hers. Why can't I remember? Where is she? Allison.
Is that her?
What the hell was going on with you? What broke?
Why didn't you say anything? We were your goblins. You didn't have to do it all alone.
Tessa?
Kids, I wasn't expecting to see. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Feeling a little guilty, maybe?
When we pass on, our graves are all anyone has to remember us by. Letting hers just fall apart would be cruel. I'm not a cruel person.
Cruel enough to call social services on our mother.
I wanted to protect you. Marianne was getting worse all the time. I was afraid that if things kept going the way they were, then one day...
We were going to end up dead?
Look, I'm sorry I didn't tell you the whole story back in the store, but I didn't want you to...
Enough with the excuses. What the hell happened to her? Why'd you turn your back on us?
Your mom was always just barely getting by, and over the years she burned a lot of goodwill. It got so bad, no one was willing to hire her. And the stress of that, well, it took its toll. I tried to help, but she pushed me away. She pushed us all away. In the end, she isolated herself from everyone. She was alone and out of options.
She had us, until you threatened to have us taken away.
I couldn't let her drag you down with her. She had you stealing for God's sake. Your mother never wanted to be a part of this community. She always thought she was better than the rest of us. A spoiled little girl playing fairy princess in the woods. If she just settled down with someone instead of running around with married men, well, just ask Sam Kansky how much better that would have been for everyone.
Wait, what?
Oh God.
What happened between them?
I wasn't thinking. Please, just forget I said anything.
Tessa!
All I know is whatever went on, Laura left Sam over it. But I shouldn't have said anything about that. I promised I wouldn't. I'm sorry, kids.
You could have done better. You did what you had to. You destroyed our family. You could have done better. You did what you had to. Okay. Tessa did what she legitimately thought was right. I have no idea. I don't think it's true that she destroyed their family. Why was she loading the shotgun that day? Was she having a nervous breakdown? Was she nervous about an ex-husband? Like, the whole ex-husband theory is just something that I made up in my head to explain who the Mad Hunter might be. We've seen vanishingly little evidence to support that. So here's the thing. Okay. Let's set aside the husband, because when Marianne was confronting Tyler out at the edge of the docks and waving the shotgun at him, she was saying to someone or something that wasn't Tyler, "I'm going to kill you." That's my read on things. That speaks to, I think, a struggle with mental illness. Under those circumstances, if Marianne was sliding down in stability to that degree, I think that Tessa, in her own way, did what she had to do. I hate the conversion camp thing. It's implied, as of the previous episode, that Tessa doesn't think so well about that, but she's still on the mailing list. I haven't forgotten about that. Could she have done better? Well, she could have done better by not doing the conversion therapy. So let's go with you could have done better.
I get that Marianne wouldn't let you help her. But there had to be a better way to deal with it. Especially if she was having some kind of crisis.
Yes, you're right. There were other things I could have done. Better things. I know I've made mistakes. All I can do now is say that I'm sorry. If I could give you back your mother, I would. I don't deserve your forgiveness, especially yours, Tyler. But if there's a place for me in your lives, I'd like to be there.
I have to know something first. Are you good with who I am?
I've been thinking about that since you came home. I believe that my life is better for having lived it by God's word. But I also believe we don't always understand what he's saying to us. I prayed for guidance, and seeing you standing here in front of me, such a strong and thoughtful young man, I think I have his answer.
That means a lot to me. Thank you.
Tessa, I know the last couple of days have been heated. I'm up for a fresh start if you are, but it's not really up to me. Tyler?
I'm done losing people. And if we can't let people grow, then what the hell kind of chance do we have?
Thank you. Both of you. Kids, I never knew your mother's whole story, but it was obviously very painful. She always said you two were the only good luck she'd ever had. I'm going to try harder to forgive her. I hope you can as well. If you two are in town tomorrow, come by the cafe. Lunch is on me.
There gonna be coconut cake on the menu?
You know, I think there just might be. I'll see you two tomorrow then.
We'll be there. Come on.
I don't know what to make of the line, "I'm going to try harder to forgive her."
That was something, huh?
Yeah, it was.
I had pretty much given up on her, but I guess sometimes people change.
I know. I feel like a total ass right now.
You shouldn't. She needed to hear all of that.
Yeah, you're probably right. Still, I might bring in a peace offering my first day back. Any ideas?
Jesus stuff?
Maybe I'll just finally bring back that book I borrowed 6 months ago.
So I really liked what Tyler said about if we don't allow room for people to grow and change, then what hope do we have? Which is exactly what I was thinking about. If I detected any malice from Tessa towards Tyler or Michael or anybody else, I think that Tessa has done a lot of growing since that first recommendation that she made to Marianne about the conversion camp. I don't know why she's still on the mailing list, except, and let's acknowledge from a storytelling perspective, there needed to be some connective tissue between Tessa today and the conversion camp from years ago, so that the twins would know who had made that recommendation. So I don't think that in the story it's intended to be an indication that Tessa still subscribes to that. It might be. I'm just saying it doesn't feel like that's what it's supposed to be, because every other thing that we've seen from Tessa in the way that she addresses and interacts with Tyler is one of feeling ashamed for the things that Tessa used to believe, and much more open-minded and acceptance. So that's, I feel like Tyler acknowledging that and saying, let's start anew now as adults. And if Tessa isn't as far along down her path of learning and understanding as we'd like to believe, then we can have a reckoning about that.
Not a bad view, right?
Yeah. I get now why they put cemeteries in nice spots. Takes a little bit of the sting off. Listen, I know this has been hard. I'm really grateful you saw it through with me. Fireweed was great, but there was no one really there for me like that, you know? You're the only one.
Hey, brothers and sisters, right?
But it's been way more brothers than sisters lately, which is why I'm trying to say thank you.
You really don't have to.
You saved my life, Allison.
Only for you to end up locked up in fireweed for the rest of your childhood.
Wait, are you still blaming yourself for that? Don't. It was my choice.
It's just... I stole your life, Tyler. And then I totally wasted it.
That's not true.
You're on your way to Denali. Michael's gonna be a famous chef, and what am I doing? Nothing.
I mean, both of these things.
You were just dealing with what happened the way that you needed to, alright? As soon as we figure this shit out, we're gonna sell the house, and you're gonna go to Juneau. You're gonna kick ass.
You make it sound so easy.
No. We never had a shot at easy. But we always pull through, right?
Yeah. You're right. Hey. Wherever Ranger Tyler ends up next, he better come down from the hills to visit us city folk every now and then. You hear?
For sure. And anyway, it's not gonna be for a while. We've got time.
Oh yeah, of course. We do. So I guess we know the story now, huh? Marianne was done with Delos, and Delos was done with her. Maybe she was too proud, but she worked so hard for so long, and when she reached the end of her rope, no one was there to help her. Not even Tessa or Eddie. And when she heard social services was coming, she
gave up. But killed her kids? Really? I don't know. It still feels like there's something missing, right?
You're never gonna understand what was going through her mind. I'll bet even she didn't. It's probably always gonna feel that way.
I'm gonna fall asleep the second I hit the couch.
You better rally. We still have to do some cleaning before bed.
Do we have to?
Hey, whoever packs the most gets the big couch tonight.
Allison.
I'll get the fire extinguisher. Tyler, are you all right?
Allison, barn.
Stay there. I got it. What happened?
There was a guy. He smashed me in the face with the door.
What guy? What did he look like?
I'm not sure. I couldn't see straight, and he was all in black.
God, why would someone try to burn down our barn?
I
You
don't
know, there's...
But I'm going to find out.
We'd probably follow the tracks in the snow. It's not
I might
snowing
have found something.
that hard.
So, did Eddie teach you how to put out a fire?
Nope. I taught myself.
Did he really have to smash everything?
Hold on, I will examine, but hold on.
He went looking under the rug? This gas can was already here this morning. He didn't bring it with him. Asshole even dumped the drawers.
Everything's on the floor.
Huh. At least you were spared.
Oh, the moon hag. Okay, let's examine.
Is that a box under the barn?
Yeah, what the hell? I think this is where the fire started.
So he was trying to burn whatever's inside?
We should check it out. I'm gonna need to remove a few more planks to get to it.
Where could we possibly find a tool to do that?
Huh. These planks look newer than the rest.
That corner used to be all dirt for chickens. She was always saying how she was gonna make this place a real homestead. Little house on the tundra. Is that a box under the barn?
Yeah, what the hell? I think this is where the fire started.
So he was trying to burn whatever's inside?
We should check it out. I'm gonna need... Well, at least he left us the junker.
So I'm just taking a quick look around to see if there was a sledgehammer or something, because it feels like the most natural thing. If the person knew the box was there, that he would have wanted to smash his way down to it instead of, like, burn his way down to it.
None of the valuable stuff's missing.
Are there no pry bars or tools? Like, that shovel wouldn't lift up the boards. Oh, this crowbar will do the job. It's good for more than just head crabs, you know.
I guess we know how he made the hole.
He really turned this place upside down.
Step back.
I'll be fine.
I don't understand why the person started the fire yet.
Well, I only know one person who'd bother to decorate a storage box like this.
Marianne. Let's open it. What's that there?
Some kind of carving. Not sure what it is, though.
Looks like an eye.
3 digits. Any ideas?
Marianne was never really a numbers kind of person.
Okay, so it's a little bit vague. I don't immediately see an eye symbol along the top.
Finding anything?
Just give me a sec. We wrote a shit ton of stories.
Oh, the goblins earn their voice. Look at that one. That looks like exactly it. So let's go to 47.
Wait. Look. It's the same symbol.
The Secret Keeper.
Well, let's see if we can find any numbers.
Once upon a time, in the deep and ancient forest, the crafty goblin spied upon the Secret Keeper as she made her rounds, gathering up secrets that the animals of the forest had for sale. "How," said the first goblin, "does she get people's secrets? Do you suppose she peels open their heads?" "Let's find out," said the second. So the goblins watched the Secret Keeper. They watched her until the stalwart moose came to her, head hanging low. "It was my fault. I chose the uneven trail I can't bear to remember." The Secret Keeper nodded and gazed into the stalwart moose's eyes. But the goblins couldn't hear anything. They knew she was speaking to the moose, for the Secret Keeper spoke in people's minds with the gift of the voice. Interesting. After a few minutes, the stalwart moose blinked. "I feel lighter," said the moose. "Did I just give you something?" The Secret Keeper nodded, handing him a coin. The stalwart moose nodded and plodded down the trail. He spied the goblins hiding in the woods and narrowed his eyes, for he knew the goblins were often up to mischief. The two goblins whistled innocently, and the moose was forced to carry on because they were not doing anything obviously bad. "I need to know what the secret was," said one of the goblins. "Let's go buy it." So the goblins approached the Secret Keeper before she could stow away Moose's secret. "We want to buy Moose's secret." "What do you have for trade?" asked the Secret Keeper, her voice filling their minds. The goblins produced a silver-handed hairbrush they had stolen from the princess, and the Secret Keeper nodded. And that is how the goblins came to know that Moose's mate had tumbled down a cliffside to her death. Because we know that Moose is Sheriff Eddie. That's interesting. The Secret Keeper moved on. The first of the goblins said, "I want to know more." So the goblins followed the Secret Keeper, hoping to find where she hid the secrets. They followed her to the peak of a nearby ridge and watched as she stowed the rest of the day's secrets high in a cloud. When she had gone, they climbed a high spruce tree that disappeared into the misty sky. They reached out and just managed to dip their hands into the clouds. Their heads were filled with memories, and they snatched their hands back out as if they had just thrust them into boiling water. Tears poured down their cheeks. That was how the Secret Keeper found them, crying in the tree. "You stole my secrets," seethed the Secret Keeper. "Give them back." The crafty goblins stopped crying because they saw an opportunity. "What will you give us in exchange?" they asked. "I will give you back the secret silver-handed hairbrush," offered the Secret Keeper. "For so many secrets? Pshaw, you have to give more than that." "What if," said the Secret Keeper, "I shared the gift of voice?" The crafty goblins grew excited. "That will do." So the Secret Keeper shared the gift of voice with the goblins, and immediately they found that they could hear one another's thoughts and feel each other's feelings. The crafty goblins gave back the secrets they had taken and ran back to the big wooden house. There they found the princess preparing food. They tried to peer into her mind, but they found it was a blank. They tried to speak to her using only their minds, but she could not hear them. It seemed the Secret Keeper was craftier than the crafty goblins, but she had only shared enough of her power to let the goblins use the gift of voice with each other, and not with the whole of the forest. And that's how the goblins stole the gift of voice from the Secret Keeper, and why they could only use it with each other. Oh, I have so many questions. This feels like a Marianne story. Like the family sort of wrote these together, but the voice is exactly, it's not just the name, but it's an exact description of what Tyler and Allison are able to do. And it's right here in a story that feels like it would have been written heavily by Marianne. But now the thing is, what numbers are in here? There was a single coin traded. There were many secrets, but there's not a number of secrets. There was a silver-handed hairbrush. The gift of the voice. Dude, I have no idea. So let's look for any numbers at all. They followed her. The moose's life mate fell down a cliff. Seems kind of kind of weird and suspicious to be after somebody. Oh, wait. No, I was about to say maybe the moons down at the bottom represent something, but there's 2 moons and then 2 other moons over here. Wait, there's like a 3. Look down at the bottom left page. There's a 3 down there. Do we see any other hidden numbers in the artwork itself? That could be a 1 down at the bottom left. It could be. But we're looking for 3 numbers. So if there's 4 pages... Oh, look, there's a 0. Okay, how about 1 or possibly 7, 3, 0? Yeah, there's a 0 on the right page about midway down on the left. 1, 3, 0.
That did it. Guessing she didn't know how much of an ass he'd turn out to be.
Dear Marianne, I need to see you again. I know how that sounds, and I don't want you to think that I chase after all the new girls in Delos Crossing. I've always taken my vows seriously, but something has changed when I met you. When we're together, I feel like I'm doing 80 down the highway with my lights off, and I never want to stop. I know it isn't right, and we both have a lot to lose, but I need to be with you again. I hope you feel the same. Heart symbol. P.S. I brought you a little something for next time. I can't wait to see how it looks on you. So, pending additional information, this is Sam Kansky.
Fuck. That's rough.
Marianne, I'm sorry you're in this situation.
This guy tried to push Marianne to get an abortion, even though she wanted to keep us.
Marianne, I'm sorry you're in this situation. I know you feel you'd make a great mother, but I don't doubt that you will someday. But right now we have to be sure we don't ruin 3 lives. My marriage hasn't been happy for some time, but she doesn't deserve this. But mostly I'm worried about you. People here talk, and I don't want you to go through that. I know money has been tight, but I'll do what I can to help you do the right thing. Just let me know how much you need. So, but wait, before I go away from this, are these the same handwriting? I think that they are.
Guessing she didn't know how much of an ass he'd turn out to be.
So, look at the Marianne, though. Dear Marianne on the left, and then over on the right, Mary-Ann with a capital A. Now, that could be a higher degree of familiarity, but even the style of the M looks different. It's slanted differently. I'm not sure that these were written by the same hand. I'm not trying to overanalyze it, but... maybe it was, because the eyes look very similar. I'm looking for like a B, capital B. Just let me know how much you need.
What a mess.
I can't tell. I'm no handwriting expert. I'm looking for any similar phrases together. But, I mean, the language sounds like it's Sam Kansky. My marriage... It's not that Sam Kansky is the only married person that Marianne may ever have been with, but it just seems a little interesting that Marianne is presented so differently. I don't know.
Where did he...
That's everything. What the hell?
So, Marianne hid a box under the barn. Box full of letters from our deadbeat dad.
I'm not sure that it is very clear, but he definitely came for the letters.
He turned the whole place upside down and didn't take anything. All he wanted was that box.
And he was willing to burn down the barn to get rid of what was inside. You know what it all means, right?
Yep. That guy had an affair with Marianne, and he just tried to torch the evidence.
He must have heard we were clearing out the house. He was worried we'd find it.
You know, I can't shake the feeling I've seen him here before.
The way he was dressed was very evocative of the Mad Hunter.
but I haven't forgotten anything about that night.
I would have said the same thing, but something felt different. I need to see the rest.
But you know what happens down there.
That's the thing. I'm not sure I do.
All right, let's go.
Some kind of work boot. Maybe fishing boots? This is where I tripped.
Tripped and looked into the woods and saw...
Mad Hunter.
Wait, there was someone here that night? In the woods?
No. It was just... I saw... Who the hell did I actually see? Damn. He ran straight for it. No stops, no turns. He was on a mission.
Also as though he knew the area really well.
Was there someone over there?
The Mad Hunter.
What? No. That was the Mad Hunter.
What? What are you talking about?
That night, I thought I saw the Mad Hunter in the woods, but I guess it was just some asshole. Some asshole who just fucking stood there and watched while our mother chased me with a shotgun.
Do you think it was the same guy?
Maybe. I mean, it had to be him, right? They were wearing the same fishing gear.
Yeah, unless everyone who wants to mess with us is coordinating outfits.
And wait, he was here once before, wasn't he? A few days before Marianne died?
Maybe?
Hold on. Do you feel that?
Well, I'm definitely getting a memory indicator. I don't know that I've brought this up, but the controller also, like, vibrates a bit like a hot, cold, where it rapids up. It speeds up as you get closer.
Tyler, not there.
Our mother fought with someone on the dock about us. We need to know if it was the same guy.
But what if it's not that memory? What if it's... I can't go through that again.
We have to take that chance.
But do we really? I mean, someone just tried to burn our barn down.
Yeah, and that means we've got to be close to something.
I'm not going on that dock.
I can't even what I did for you. I can't say that.
Just one more time, please.
There's always just one more. Every time it seems like we're done with this, something new pops up.
What if this is the only chance to figure out who our father is?
Then we go on living our lives without him, just like we always have.
Come on, we need to know the truth. For her.
What if I don't want to know the truth, huh? Did you ever consider that? No. You just push and push and...
You have to take responsibility for your part in Marianne's death.
What? How can you say that to me?
I didn't. But I did, right? Earlier, to Eddie. But I swear I didn't just say that to you.
So we can't even trust our own voices now?
God, I don't know. Allison.
I'll do it. Let's go.
We're not remembering it yet. This is weird. Oh, here we go.
Ouch! Watch it! You're stepping on my foot! Can you hear what they're saying? Quiet! We don't want Mom to catch us out of bed.
I told you that would happen.
We almost had it, though. That was us watching Marianne fight with that guy. Try to focus on him, all right? Don't think about anything else.
I don't owe you anything.
You've been a little all over the place lately.
All over the place? I've just been trying to survive. If you want to make sure I don't get desperate, you could help us out. Lend me some money.
What happened? Why did it stop?
I can't, Tyler.
But we were so damn close.
I'm sorry. But I'm done.
That's it? You're just giving up, just like that. You can't do this. We owe her.
Marianne is gone, Tyler. And nothing we do is gonna change that.
Don't go, please. You can't keep running from this alley, or it's only gonna get worse.
Okay, so although I do get the sense that we are very near the end of the episode, we're going to call it here. I probably should have stopped before that scene. We're going to cut the part, and we will see you again in... Sorry, I accidentally hit the mute button. We're going to see you again in just a few moments for the continuation with part 5.